Hello students, today I would like to explain the question paper which is related to JEE Mains, which was held on September first shift, that is 2nd September. So in this paper you have 25 questions, just to observe how the concepts are involving, how to crack them. Okay, let us see. This is the first question. A straight line x plus 2y is equal to 1 cuts x and y axis at A and B. A circle passing through points A, B and origin, then the sum of the lengths of perpendiculars from A comma B on tangent of the circle at the point that is origin. So some line is there. That line intersects the coordinate axis at A and B. One circle is passing through the points A, B and origin. Then you have to find out the sum of the perpendicular distances from A comma B to the tangent at origin. Okay, let us draw the diagram. This is x-axis, this is the y-axis, this is the line which is x plus 2y equal to 1. If you write the equation in the intercept form, x by 1 plus y by 1 by 2 is equal to 1. We mean that intersect x-axis at 1 comma 0, y-axis at 0 comma 1 by 2. This is my circle passing through origin and point 1 comma 0 and 0 comma 1 by 2. Now this is the tangent at origin. This is the tangent which is drawn at origin. We have to find out the sum of the perpendicular distances from both A comma B to the tangent at origin. Suppose this is the point A where the circle intersect on x-axis. This is the point B. Now we have to find out the sum of the perpendicular distances, that is m plus n. Find out m plus n is what? M plus n is nothing but length of the diameter of the circle. That is your concept. So m plus n is equals to diameter, length of the diameter of the circle. How to obtain this length of diameter? The coordinates of A are 1 comma 0, the coordinates of B are 0 comma 1 by 2. You just find the distance between the 2 points, you get the required length. That is equal to your m plus n. Root of 1 plus 1 by 4, that is nothing but root of 5 by 4, that is nothing but root 5 by 2 is your answer. How to get this one as m plus n as diameter? You take the circle equation first of all. Suppose its length of x-intercept is A say and y-intercept is B. Then the equation of circle passing through 0, 0 makes intercepts A comma B with the coordinate axis is what? X square plus y square minus by is equal to 0. What is the equation of tangent at origin to the circle? S1 equal to 0. 0 into x plus 0 into y minus A by 2 times of plus 0 minus b by 2 times of y plus 0 equal to 0. On simplifying, we get ax plus by is equal to 0. Now, what is m value? Perpendicular distance from 0 comma b. This is the coordinates 0 comma b. These are the coordinates of a, that is a comma 0. So, the perpendicular distance from 0 comma b to that line is what? B square by root of a square plus b square. Similarly, n is equals to what? A square by root of a square plus b square. By adding these two, what we get? M plus n is equal to a square plus b square by root of a square plus b square. This is nothing but root of a square plus b square. What is root of a square plus b square? The distance from a comma 0 to 0 comma b. What is that? Length of the diameter. So, sum of the perpendicular distances is all to its length of the diameter. So, once if you get the concept itself, you can easily write the answer within a fraction of seconds. Okay. Now, see this question. This is related to the problem contrapositive of if I reach the station on time, then I will get the train. If I reach the station on time, then I will get the train. So, suppose P implies Q is your statement, then contrapositive of this statement is nothing but negation of Q implies negation of P. This is contrapositive. This is the question related to mathematical reasoning. P implies Q. The contrapositive is negation of Q implies negation of Q. See here, the second option itself, we get the correct answer. If I will not get the train, then I don't reach the station on time. don't get the station on time. So negation means not. Negation of Q is negation of Q means not Q implies not P. So both not will be applied in the only second option itself. We get this answer. So that means if I will not get the train, then I don't reach the station on time. This is your correct answer. See this question. A bar, B bar, C bar are the three unit vectors such that modulus A bar minus B bar whole square plus modulus of A bar minus C bar whole square is 8. Then you have to find out this value. What is given to you? That value is given to you, that is equals to 8. You have to evaluate this value. All of you know that modulus of A bar minus B bar whole square is nothing but modulus of A bar square plus modulus of B bar square minus 2 times of A bar dot B bar. A, B, C are what? Three unit vectors. Mod A bar equal to mod B bar equal to mod C bar is equals to 1. Now I would like to expand this. Modulus of A bar square plus modulus of B bar square minus 2 times of A bar dot B bar plus modulus of A bar square plus modulus of C bar square minus 2 times of A bar dot C bar is equals to what? 8. Now modulus of A bar, modulus of B bar, modulus of C bar are 1. That means 1 plus 1, 2. That is again 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 2, 4. Minus 2 times of A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar is equals to 8. 2 plus 2, 4. If you take the 4 to the right side, what happened? 8 minus 4, that is 4. Minus 2 times of A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar is equals to 4. So this cancels out 2 times. We have the result A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar is equals to minus 2. Keep the result one side and consider this value. What is the value after expanding? That is required value is equals to modulus of A bar square plus 4 times of modulus of B bar square plus 2 times of 2 A bar dot 2 B bar, that is 4 times of A bar dot B bar. Next what? Plus modulus of A bar square plus 4 times of modulus of C bar square plus 4 times of A bar dot C bar. This is nothing but 1 plus 4, 5. 5 plus 5, 10. 10 plus 4 times of A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar. What is A bar dot B bar plus A bar dot C bar? Minus 2. Keep the value here itself. You get 10 minus 8, that is 2 units. The value is 2. So the required value is what? 2. By using the given expression value A bar minus B bar whole square, A bar minus C bar whole square. By using the value itself, you can easily evaluate this value. What is the value obtained here? 2. It is also a very simple question. Now again see this question. Sum of the three consecutive positive terms of a geometric progression is S. What is the summation of the three numbers? S. And their product is 27 given to you. Product is 27. Find the maximum value of S. So you have to find out the maximum value of the sum of the three consecutive numbers which are in geometric progression. Whatever it may be, you know that arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean. Okay. So suppose the three numbers are A, B, C. A plus B plus C by 3. This is the arithmetic mean, which is always greater than or equal to cubed root of geometric mean of, that is the cubed root of ABC. Geometric mean of A comma B comma C. What is the product? 27 is given to you. 27 power 1 by 3. 27 means 3 cube. So it is nothing but 3. So what is A plus B plus C? A plus B plus C is greater than or equals to 9. So find the maximum value of S, they are asking. So the A plus B plus C is 9. So sum of the three consecutive positive terms of geometric progression is S, then their product is 27. Find the maximum value of S. The maximum value of S is 9 here. Okay. Now we have to evaluate the value of 1 plus sine 2 pi by 9 plus I cos 2 pi by 9 by 1 plus sine 2 pi by 9 minus I cos 2 pi by 9 whole cube. This is the question you have to find out. This is of the form 1 plus sine theta plus I cos theta 1 plus sin theta minus I cos theta whole to the power of n form. If you know that this is equal to cis of pi by 2 minus n theta, then your job is over. Otherwise, you need to prove this one. So, convert this sin into cos and apply 1 plus cos theta as 2 cos square theta by 2 and so on. After simplifying, you get this value. Cis of pi by 2 minus n theta. What is n here? N is equals to 3. What is theta here? Theta is equals to 2 pi by 9. Now, just to simplify this one, cis of pi by 2 minus n times of pi, this is n times of pi by 2 minus theta. N times of 3 times of pi by 2 minus theta. What is your theta? 2 pi by 9. We mean cis of 3 pi by 2 minus, this is 2 pi by 3. 270 degrees, 2 pi by 3 means 120. 270 minus 120. This is nothing but 150 degrees. This is nothing but cis of 150 degrees. Cos 150 plus I sin 150. What is the value of cos 150 degrees minus sin cos 180 minus of 30 degrees? That is minus root 3 by 2 plus I times of 1 by 2. So, minus root 3 by 2 plus I by 2 is your answer. Cos 180 minus 30 you may write, that is minus cos 30 minus root 3 by 2 plus I sin 150. That is nothing but sin 30, that is 1 by 2. In this manner we can easily solve this problem. Okay. Now see this problem, z minus alpha by z plus alpha is purely imaginary number. It is purely imaginary and mod z is equals to 82, then you have to find out the value of modulus of alpha. This is purely imaginary. Z minus alpha by z plus alpha is purely imaginary. That means what? Some complex number is purely imaginary. All of you know that what is z plus z bar? 2 times of real part. 2 times of real part of z. When it is purely imaginary, what its value? This becomes 0. So, you may remember that the condition, some complex number z is purely imaginary. If z is purely imaginary, implies z plus z bar is equals to 0. What is your z here? Z minus alpha by z plus alpha. This is the formula. The condition for this one. What is z here? Z minus alpha by z plus alpha plus its conjugate, that is nothing but z bar minus alpha bar by z bar plus alpha bar is equal to 0. Just to simplify this one, we get z minus alpha into z bar plus alpha bar plus z bar minus alpha bar into z plus alpha is equals to 0. Okay, this is nothing but z bar, that is nothing but mod z square. This is nothing but minus mod alpha square. Next plus z alpha bar minus alpha z bar. Z alpha bar plus z alpha bar minus alpha z bar. Again you have z bar into z, mod z bar square, that is mod z square plus alpha z bar minus again minus mod alpha square is equals to 0. Okay. Next, z alpha bar minus z alpha bar gets cancelled, alpha z bar and alpha z bar gets cancelled. 2 mod z square minus 2 mod alpha square is equals to 0. Implies mod z square is equals to mod alpha square. What is your mod z value? 82 square. Implies mod alpha square is equals to 82 square. Immediately we obtain mod alpha as 82. So this is the simple question. So some complex number z is purely imaginary, then you take this condition. What is that? Z plus z bar is equals to 0. Very simple concept. See this question, sum of the series is, this is also very simple question after getting the third. So I am separate the values or simply divided and multiplied by x minus y. 1 by x minus y into x minus y into x plus y plus x minus y into x square plus xy plus y square plus x minus y into, the term is what, x cube plus x square y plus xy square plus y cube plus and so on. This is the thing. I am multiplying and divided by x minus y. What is the value here? This is nothing but 1 by x minus y into, this is x square minus y square plus, this is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square, a cube minus b cube, cube minus y cube plus, this is nothing but x power 4 minus y power 4 plus and so on. This is nothing but 1 by x minus y times of, I am writing x square terms here, x square times of 1 plus x square plus and so on, minus y square times of 1 plus y square plus and so on. This is geometric series. What is its value? A by 1 minus r, 1 by 1 minus x. This is nothing but 1 by x minus y into x square by 1 minus x, a by 1 minus r, minus y square by 1 minus y. If you just simplify this one, you get the required answer. This is nothing but 1 by x minus y times of x square minus x square y, next minus y square, minus into xy square, whole divided by 1 minus x into 1 minus y. Okay. X square minus y square can be written as x plus y into x minus y. By x minus y gives what? X plus y. Next, take minus xy common. Minus xy into x minus y. X minus y gets cancelled. Minus xy. Minus xy whole divided by 1 minus x into 1 minus y. Am I correct or not? After cancelling x minus y from numerator and denominator, we obtain the value as x plus y minus xy by 1 minus x into 1 minus y. In this problem, you just get the thought, that is multiply and divided the series by x minus y. Then immediately we get the result in this manner. Understand? See this question. It is also very easy question. Limit extends to 1, x plus x square plus x cube and so on up to x power n minus n by x minus 1 is 820. This is finite value. The limit is exist. Then the value of n is what? Substitute 1 here. This is n minus n. That becomes what? 0. By 1 minus 1, 0. 0 by 0 form. So you can apply the L'Hospital rule. We obtain limit extends to 1, 1 plus 2x plus 3x square and so on up to plus n into x power n minus 1 minus n whole divided by x minus 1. That is 1. Derivative of x minus 1 is 1. After substituting 1, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on up to, this is its derivative is what? Sorry, the derivative of n is 0 itself. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on up to n by 1. So this is nothing but n into n plus 1 by 2 is equals to 820 is given to you. So we have to find out the suitable value of n to this one. Put n is equals to 40, what happened? 40 times of 41 by 2, 20 times. 2 41s are 82. 0 is there, so 820. So by verification itself, the value of n is 40. What is the derivative of n? 0, because the derivative of constant is 0. We are applying L'Hospital rule here itself. It is very simple question. Within one step, we get the required answer. Okay. Next, let us see the next question. The equation, it is also the equation 6x square plus 5x minus 2 equal to 0 has roots alpha comma beta and Sn is equal to alpha power n plus beta power n. Then the which of the correct option is what they are asking. So alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. So both the alpha and beta satisfies this equation. We obtain what? 6 alpha square plus 5 alpha minus 2 equal to 0, as well as 6 beta square plus 5 beta minus 2 is also 0. Okay. These are the conditions obtained from the question itself. Now consider the first option, that is what? 6s6 plus 5 times of s5 minus 2s4 equal to 0. Is it correct or not? From that conditions we have to find out. 6 times of s6, Sn is defined as alpha power n plus beta power n. That is alpha power 6 plus beta power 6 plus of alpha power 5 plus beta power 5 minus 2 times of alpha power 4 plus beta power 4. So alpha power 4 may be taken common. We obtain 6 alpha square plus 5 alpha minus 2 plus beta power 4 times of 2 beta square plus 5 beta minus 2. Am I correct or not? So this is 0 itself, that will be also 0. That means 0 plus 0, we get 0. That means it is satisfied. What is the option? 6s6 plus 5s5 is equals to 2 times of s4, satisfies the given condition. So option is 1. The correct option is what? 1. This is also very simple question. By using Sn is equals to alpha power n plus beta power n. Alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. Okay. Next. This is also a very simple question to you. This is the area enclosed by the region given by mod x by 2 plus mod y by 3 greater than or equal to 1 and x square by 4 plus y square by 9 less than or equal to 1 is what? So I have to find out the area enclosed by these two curves. This is the one curve, this is the second curve. It represents what? It represents an ellipse with a less than b. A square is equal to 4 here, b square is equal to 9, a less than b case. So we have an ellipse in this manner. This is the ellipse. These are the axes of the ellipse. This is the minor axis, this is the major axis of the ellipse. Its center is 0, 0. Okay. So the point is 2, 0 here. This is minus 2, 0. This is 0, 3 vertices. This is 0, minus 3. Now it means what? If you take plus x by 2 plus y by 3 is equals to 1. This is x-intercept 2, y-intercept 3. I mean we get in this manner. For modulus, applying modulus, we have 4 lines in this manner. So these 4 lines forms a rhombus and this is an ellipse. So your point must and should be satisfies both conditions. I mean the points, all the points must and should be inside of the ellipse and outside to this rhombus. Outside to this rhombus. So what we obtain? This is my required area. So the shaded portion is your required area. Is it easy to find this area or not? It is very easy for you. The entire ellipse area minus the rhombus area gives your required area. What is the area of ellipse? Pi AB. Pi AB minus rhombus area. This is the required area. Pi AB. A is what? 2. B is 3. 2 3s are 6. 6 pi minus rhombus area. 4 times of the triangle. So 4 times of area of triangle is what? Half into base into height. This is 2 units. This is 3 units. 2 3s are 6. So 2 times. This is 12. 6 pi minus 12 square units. 6 pi minus 12 square units. Very simple. Area of the ellipse minus area of rhombus gives your required area. So all the points satisfies these two conditions. So greater than or equal to all the points should outside to the rhombus. Less than or equal to 1 means your points must and should be lie in the ellipse. That means the required region is like this. We have to find out the area as 6 pi minus 12. See this question. By looks itself you can find the answer. What is the question here? The solution of the equation sin inverse 6x plus sin inverse 6 root 3x is equals to minus pi by 2, not pi by 2. So the options are plus or minus 1 by 12, 1 by 12, minus 1 by 12 itself they are given to you. By verification I am going to take x is equals to minus 1 by 12. What happened? Sin inverse of 6 by minus 12, that is minus 1 by 2, plus this is nothing but sin inverse of 6 root 3 by minus 12, minus 6 root 3 by 12. We mean sin inverse of minus root 3 by 2. Sin minus 1 by 2. What is the range? What is the domain for this sin inverse x? Minus 1 to 1. What is the range here? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So sin inverse minus 1 by 2 is nothing but minus pi by 6 plus minus pi by 3. Sin inverse of minus root 3 by 2 is minus pi by 3. Minus pi by 6 plus minus pi by 3, that is minus pi by 2. This is minus 30 degrees, that is minus 60 degrees. We obtain minus pi by 2. Is it given value or not? So this is minus pi by 2 satisfied by minus 1 by 12. So your required value is minus 1 by 12. So just by verification itself you can done. Or otherwise you can write this one as sin inverse of minus 1 and take sin inverse of 6x to the right side and apply the sin inverse x minus sin inverse y formula and equate sin inverse on both sides. We get some equation. From that you can calculate it as minus pi by 2, minus 1 by 12 as answer. So that is the general method to solve that one. We are approaching the verification method. Now see this question. Length of the perpendicular and foot of perpendicular drawn from the point 1 comma 3 by 2 comma 2 to the plane 2x minus 3y plus 4z plus 5 is equals to 0. So length of the perpendicular in options, all of them are root 6 is given to you. That is no need to find the perpendicular distance. You just find the foot of perpendicular drawn from that point to this plane. So suppose your foot is HKL. How to obtain HKL? H minus 1. Suppose h minus 1 by 2 is equals to k minus 3 by 2 by k minus 3 by 2 by minus 2 is equals to L minus 2 by 4 is equals to minus of ax1 plus c by a square plus b square plus c square. That is what? 1 into 2, 2. Next 3 by 2 times of minus 2, that is minus 3. Next 2 times of 4, that is 8 plus 5. By a square plus b square plus c square. That is nothing but 4 plus 16. 24. Minus of, this is what? Minus 1. 7 plus 5, 12. This is nothing but minus 1 by 2. So can you find HKL values or not? H minus 1 by 2 is equal to k minus 3 by 2 by minus 2 is equals to L minus 2 by 4, that is equal to minus 1 by 2. So 2 gets cancelled, H is equals to 0. Similarly, it is cancelled out 2 times, that is minus 2, L is also. Again what happened? 2 gets cancelled, minus into minus plus, k minus 3 by 2 is equals to 1. So k is equal to 3 by 2 plus 1. This is nothing but 5 by 2. So what is your foot? 0 comma 5 by 2 comma, that is again 0. So no need to find the perpendicular distance here because all the values are given to you root 6. So foot is 0 comma 5 by 2 comma 0 and length of the perpendicular is this one. So some plane is there. We have to find out the perpendicular distance and foot of the perpendicular. This is your well-known formula. Okay. Minus of ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d by a square plus b square plus c square. So what is your foot? 0 comma 5 by 2 comma 0. See the next question here. Sin x by 1 plus y dy by dx is equals to minus cos x such that y of 0 is equals to 1 and y of pi is equals to a and dy by dx is equal to b at x equal to pi, then the values of a comma b are what? This is the question. This is the simplest question. related to the differential equations. By solving the differential equation itself, we obtain the solution. And from that, you can easily write the values of a comma b. How to solve this one? I think this is a variable separable method, because take this term up to here right side, that is cos x by 1 plus sin x dx is equal to minus dy by 1 plus y. Am I correct or not? All the variables are separated here. Dx consists of x terms, dy consists of y terms. Variable separable. This is by applying integration on both sides. So the derivative of sin x is cos x, derivative of 0 is 0 itself. So the entire derivative is appear here, f dash x by f of x. What is the integration? Log of modulus of 1 plus sin x. Log modulus of 1 plus sin x is equals to minus log mod 1 plus y plus some log c. Take the term to the left side, we obtain log mod 1 plus sin x plus log mod 1 plus y is equal to log c. What is log m plus log n? Log mn. So we can write 1 plus sin x into 1 plus y is equal to c. Cancel out the log on both sides, we get the value in this manner. Okay. Now 1 plus sin x into 1 plus y is equals to c. What is the given thing here? Y of pi is equal to a is given to you. Substitute, instead of x by pi, we get 1 plus sin pi 0 times of 1 plus y is equals to c. So y of pi is equals to a minus c is equals to a, or leave this one. Substitute first of all this one, y is equals to 1, put x is equals to 0, 1 plus sin 0, 0, 1 plus 0 times of 1 plus y, y is equals to 1 here, 1 plus 1 is equals to what? C. So the value of c is equals to 2. So when the value of c is equals to 2, substitute here 1 plus sin x of 1 plus y is equals to 2. So what is my 1 plus y now? 2 by 1 plus sin x. So your y is equals to 2 by 1 plus sin x minus 1. Now apply y of pi is equals to a. Y of pi is what now? 2 by 1 plus sin 0, 1 minus 1. This is your a value. 2 minus 1 is what? 1. 1 is your a value. So you have a is equals to 1. Differentiate also, because dy by dx at x equal to pi is also given to you. Now the value of a is 1. We have y is equal to 2 by 1 plus sin x minus 1. Y is equal to 2 by 1 plus sin x minus 1. What is y dash now? Y dash is equal to 1 by x derivative minus 1 by x square minus 2 by 1 plus sin x whole square. Derivative of 1 is 0, minus 0. We have to substitute x equal to pi here. What we obtain? Minus 2 by 1 plus sin x whole square. This is what here? Y is equal to 2 by 1 plus sin x. Into you have to write the derivative of sin x also. Cos x is there. Cos pi minus 1. Minus 2 into minus 1 by 1 square. So the answer is what? 2. So 2 is B. Your 2 is what? B. So the values of A and B are A is equals to 1 and B is equals to 2. So it is of the form 1 by x. The derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. You have to write the derivative itself. The derivative of 1 plus sin x is cos x. Cos pi is what? Minus 1. So we obtain the values of A comma B are 1 comma 2. This is simple question, but it takes some time. This is the question related to differential equations like variable separable method. See this one. Number of points of local maxima and minima of the function f of x is equals to minus 3 by 4 times of x power 4 minus 8x cube minus 45 by 2 x square plus 105. This is the question. So we have to find out the number of local maxima, local minimum values. Total number of local maxima and local minimum values of this function is what? So to get the maxima or minima, what you have to do? You have to differentiate the function. What is my f dash x now? F dash x is equals to minus 3 by 4 times of 4x cube minus 8 times of 3x square minus 45 by 2 times of 2x plus 0. This is the derivative of this function. 4 gets cancelled, 2 gets cancelled. You can take minus 3x common. Minus 3x times of, this is x square plus 8x and 15 plus 15. This is your f dash x. To get maxima or minima, you have to equate this one to 0. We get the values of x. These are critical points. So x equal to 0 is 1 root. 3 5s are 15. X minus 3 and x is equals to minus 5. These are the roots of this cubic equation. So I would like to take the number line. This is minus 5. This is minus 3. This is 0. If you take the values more than 0, the entire f dash is what? Either negative or positive. So up to here it will be positive. Minus is there. Minus into plus, minus. This is minus, plus, minus, plus. We obtain in this manner. So at minus 5, the derivative plus 2 changed from plus to minus. The derivative changes from plus to minus. You get in this manner. So local maximum. You have the local maximum. Here negative to positive. So we obtain local minimum. Here similarly positive to negative. Here we obtain local maximum. Slope is negative, we mean what? The line makes a obtuse angle with the positive direction of x-axis. That is why positive means the line, the curve may be in this manner. So the line makes an angle, the tangent makes an angle acute to the positive direction of x-axis. Plus 2 minus, we mean local maximum. Minus 2 plus, we mean local minimum. Here itself local maximum. So the number of local maxima are 2, local minimum is only 1. So the total number of local maxima or local minimum is 3. In this manner we can write the problem. See this question. P of x is a polynomial of degree 3. P of x is a polynomial of degree 3 which have maximum value 8 at x is equals to 1 and minimum value 6 at x is equals to 2. What are 1, 2 here? Maximum and minimum values occurred at 1, 2. That means these are the roots of your P dash x or not. By previous question itself we obtained that these are the roots of your P dash x. P of x is what? It is a polynomial of degree 3. What about the degree of P dash x? P dash x is of degree 2. So can I take the P dash x as some lambda times of x minus 1 into x minus 2 or not? Because 1, 2 are the roots of the P dash x. Therefore, we don't know the leading coefficient. That is why I am taking lambda. So P dash x is nothing but lambda times of x square minus 3x plus 2. This is your P dash x. From this P dash x, can I find the polynomial P of x or not? By on both sides. So taking integration on both sides, what you obtain? P dash x dx is nothing but P of x, that is equals to lambda times of x cube by 3 minus 3 lambda x square by 2 plus 2 lambda x. This is my P of x. Finally, you get the integral constant mu c. So lambda times of x cube by 3 minus 3x square by 2 plus 2x plus mu. This is my P of x. Once if you get the values of lambda comma mu, your job is over. Understand? Then P of x is a polynomial of degree 3 which have the maximum value at 8 at x equal to 1, minimum value at x is equal to 0. You have to find out the value of P of 0. P of 0 we mean you have to find out the value of mu itself. Substitute 0, the entire thing will be 0, you get mu. Now if you want to get lambda comma mu, you have to use P of 1 is equal to 8 and P of 2 is equals to 6. Am I correct or not? They are given to you, the functional values. Substitute x is equal to 1. What happened? Lambda times of 1 by 3 minus 3 by 2 plus 2 plus mu is equals to, they are given 8. So lambda times of LCM is 6, this is 2 minus 9 plus 12 plus mu is equal to 8. This is minus 7, 5 by 6. 5 by 6 lambda, 5 by 6 lambda plus mu equal to 8. Again substitute the value as 2. Here lambda times of, here I am writing, lambda times of substitute 2, 8 by 3 minus, this is 2 2s are 4, 4 by 2 means 2, 2 3s are 6 plus 2 2s are 4 plus mu is what? 6. Now lambda times of 8 by 3 minus 2 plus mu equal to 6. Lambda times of 2 by 3 plus mu is equal to 6. So I have the two equations. Now 5 by 6 lambda plus mu is what? 8. Just subtract lambda value. Lambda times of 2 by 3 minus 5 by 6 is equals to minus 2. So lambda times of 6 is LCM, 2 2s are 4 minus 5 is equals to minus 2. This is minus 1 by 6. The value of lambda is equals to 12. This is minus 1, 2 times 12. Lambda is equals to 12. Substitute lambda is equal to 12 here. We get the value of mu. So 5 by 6 lambda, lambda is 12, that is 2 times. 5 2s are 10 plus mu is what? 8. So 10 plus mu is equal to 8, we mean mu is equals to what? Minus 2. What is your mu? P of 0. P of 0 is equals to minus 2. So this is a little bit of a difficult question. So you get the thought, the 1 and 2 are the roots of this P dash x, that is lambda times of x minus 1 into x minus 2. From that you calculate the equation value, expression of P of x, and from you have to calculate the values of lambda and mu by substituting x equal to 1 and x equal to 2 and solve for lambda comma mu. You get the value of mu, that is nothing but your P of 0. It takes some time and it is also some conceptual question. Okay. See this one, a cube plus b cube is equals to 4. In this expansion of a x power 1 by 9 plus b x power minus 1 by 6 whole to the power of 10, the term independent of x is 10k. The term independent of x is what? Your 10k. Find the maximum value of k. You have to find out the maximum value of k. So first of all, this is expression related to the binomial theorem. That means a x power 1 by 9 plus b x power 1 by 6. That means b by x power 1 by 6 whole to the power of 10. This is of the form a x power p plus b by x power q whole to the power of n. To get independent of x, the value of r is what? All of you know that r is equals to np by p plus q. So n is nothing but 10 here, p is 1 by 9 by p plus q, 1 by 9 plus 1 by 6. So this is nothing but 10 by 9 by 18 is LCM, that is 2 plus 3, 9 twos, 5 twos, 2 twos are 4. So the value of r is 4. So in fifth term we get the term independent of x. So t4 plus 1. So the constant term is nothing but 10c4 into a to the power of 10 minus 4, that is a power 6 into b power 4. So the entire x will be vanished by taking r as 4. This is your constant term. What is 10c4 value? 210. 210 times of a power 6 into b power 4. What you are going to find out? Find the maximum value of 10k. It is given to you 10k. 10 cancel out 21 times. So what is our k value? K is equals to 21 times of a power 6 b power 4. We have to find out the maximum value of k. For that they are given this information. Now applying arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean. For that expression, what we get? A cube plus b square by 2. This is arithmetic mean of a cube and b square, which is greater than or equal to square root of a cube b square. Now a cube plus b square is what? 4. 2 times cancel out. Squaring this one, 4 greater than or equal to a cube b square. Again squaring, 16 is greater than or equal to a power 6 b power 4. So here also a power 6 b power 4 is there. Its maximum value is what? Now 16. Its maximum value is 16. So you have to substitute 16 here. We obtain k maximum. K maximum is equals to 21 times of 16. So 21 16s. 31, 32 plus 1, 33, 336. In this manner we can crack this problem. Here also two concepts involved here. You have to first write the independent of x. To write the independent of x, you have to find the value of r by np by p plus q. Okay. After getting this value, you write the independent of x, and 10c4 is nothing but 210. It is given to us 10k. Apply, cancel out the value of 10 by 21 times. You get the value of k in this manner. After getting the k, you need to find k maximum value. To get the maximum of k, we have to use this value. A cube plus b square is equal to 4. Again you have to apply arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean for the values of a cube comma b square. Okay. See this here, understand? A cube plus b square is equal to 4 is given to you, and independent of term is also given to you. Okay. So see the next question. A, B, C are the arithmetic mean between the numbers such that, excuse me, A, B, C are the arithmetic means between the two numbers such that a plus b plus c is equals to 15, and p comma q comma r be the harmonic between the same numbers such that 1 by p plus 1 by q plus 1 by r is equal to 5 by 3. Then the numbers are what? This is the question. This is also related to the progressions question. If you have some knowledge about the arithmetic means and harmonic means, it is very easy. Otherwise, you have to calculate each and everything. Now, I will try to explain this one in the simplest model. A, B, C are the arithmetic means between the two numbers. Suppose the two numbers are, say, x comma y. Say. The two numbers are x comma y. Then what happened? X comma A comma B comma C comma Y are in arithmetic progression. This is the definition of arithmetic means. Some numbers are in arithmetic progression. These are between X and Y. We say that these are in arithmetic progression. So A, B, C are the arithmetic means of the two numbers X and Y. Then X comma A comma B comma C comma Y are in arithmetic progression. Also we know that sum of the arithmetic means is equal to n times of one arithmetic mean of X comma Y. That is the logic. So A plus B plus C is what now? A plus B plus C is equal to n times of, that is n is what here? 3 arithmetic. 3 times of one arithmetic mean of X comma Y. X plus Y by 2. Arithmetic mean of X and Y, that is X plus Y. What is your A plus B plus C? 15. 15 is equal to 3 times of X plus Y by 2. This is 5 times. X plus Y is equals to what? 5 2s are 10. Sum of the two numbers is 10. There is no 10 here except 9 comma 1. So we can decide the answer is 9 comma 1 itself. Also we do the next one also. By simplest verification the answer is 9 comma 1 by applying this condition. Sum of the arithmetic means is equal to n times of arithmetic mean of the corresponding values of X and Y, that is 3 times of X plus Y by 2. Again what they are given to you, P comma Q comma R are the harmonic means between the same numbers. The numbers are what here? X comma Y. That means X comma Q comma R comma Y are in harmonic progression. These are in harmonic progression. We mean 1 by X comma 1 by P comma 1 by Q comma 1 by R comma 1 by Y are in arithmetic progression. The above concept applied here. 1 by P plus 1 by Q plus 1 by R is equal to 3 times of 1 by X plus 1 by Y by 2. So this is the value 5 by 3. Now 3 times of X plus Y. What is your X plus Y? 10. 10 times of 2xy is equals to 5 by 3. Now this is 5 times 5 gets cancelled. So xy is equals to what now? 9. Xy is equals to 9. 3 times of. So 1 by P plus 1 by Q plus 1 by R value is given to you, that is 5 by 3. I am writing 5 by 3 here. 3 times of 1 by X plus 1 by Y by 2. This is Y plus X by 2xy. X plus Y is nothing but 10. 3 times of, what is the value here? 3 times of 1 by xy is equals to 1 by 3. Xy is equals to 9. 3 by xy is equals to 1 by 3. That means xy is equal to 9. Xy equal to 9 and x plus y is equals to what? Obtained 10. From these two equations, can you conclude x is equals to 1, y equal to 9, or x equal to 9, y is equals to 1? So the answer is 9 comma 1. Okay. So once if you get the thought, you can easily crack this one. If ax plus 6 equal to 0 does not have two distinct roots, then the least value of 3a plus b is what? So some quadratic equation is given to you, that is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 does not have two distinct roots. That means the roots may be imaginary or equal. So b square minus 4ac is less than or equal to 0. B square minus 4ac didn't greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, your roots are real and distinct. Now apply the discriminant b square minus 4ac to this one. B square minus 4ac is nothing but b square minus 4 times of a into 6. That is b square minus 24a. B square minus 24a, which is less than or equal to 0. This is my condition. Now you have to find out the least value of 3a plus b. Now b square is less than 24a. Now b square by 24 less than a, multiplying on both sides by 3. This is 8 times. B square by 8 is less than 3a. I am adding b on both sides. B square by 8 plus b, which is less than 3a plus b. This is your function in f of b. You have to minimize this one, then we obtain the minimum value of 3a plus b. What you have to minimize? B square by 8 plus b. B square by 8 plus b. This is your function in b. To get maximum or minimum, what you have to do? Differentiate. 2b by 8 plus 1 plus 0. It is 4 times. b by 4 is equals to minus 1. b equal to minus 4. Keep the value of b here itself, we get the minimum value. If you find double derivative, f double dash should be negative, then it will get minimum value. B square, that is 16 by 8 plus b, that is minus 4. So 8 2s are 16, 2 minus 4, that is minus 2. So the minimum value of 3a plus b is minus 2. Understand? See how the concept is going on. B square minus 4ac less than or equal to 0 is your first condition. Okay, less than or equal to. From that you calculate the value of, minimum value of f of b as minus 2. So the minimum value of 3a plus b is minus 2. Okay. See this one. Locus of a variable point p x comma y is given by y cube plus 3xy is equals to 1. Where x comma y not is equals to minus 1 comma minus 1, the equation of circle touches your locus at the point minus 1 comma 2 and passing through the point 1 comma 2 is given by what? So, some locus is given to you, x cube plus y cube plus 3xy plus 1. Suppose this is my locus like that. This is the rough diagram for that x cube plus y cube plus 3xy is equals to 1 say. This is not important, but this curve touches my circle at the point what? At the point 1 comma minus 2. This is my circle. Touches this curve at minus 1 comma 2. Minus 1 comma 2. And my circle passing through the point 1 comma 2. Then what is the equation of circle? This is the question. The equation of circle. Understand? Now, can I write the tangent equation to the circle at this point or not? You can easily write the tangent equation at this point. Some line touches the curve at common point, their slopes must and should be equal. So, can I find the derivative of this function at this point or not? Yes, you can write. You have to find out the derivative of that function. Dy by dx is equals to minus fx by fy, minus partial derivative of x. Dy by dx is equals to minus fx by fy, minus partial derivative of x by partial derivative with respect to y, we obtain direct slope, that is minus of 3x square, derivative of x with respect to x, y term should be 0, plus 3y by 1 ki derivative 0, whole divided by with respect to y 3y square plus 3x. Now this is at what we have to substitute, we have to find out the slope at minus 1 comma 2. So x equal to minus 1. Put x is equals to minus 1, what happened? 3 into 1, 3, next minus 3. Derivative of partial derivative with respect to x. What is that value here? 3x square plus 3x, 3y by 3y square plus 3x. We have to find out the passing through that point. This is touching the locus of p at minus 1 comma 2. So replace x by minus 1. We get the slope of the tangent, that is 3 times of x square, that is 3 times of 1 plus 3y. 3 2s are 6 here, sorry. 3 2s are 6, whole divided by y square means 4 3s are 12 plus 3 times of x. 3 into minus 1, minus 3. That is nothing but minus into minus, plus 3 by 9. This is 1 by 3. You check once again, this is the derivative. On substituting minus 1 comma 2, minus 1 whole square 1, 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, that is minus 3, minus into minus plus 3 by y square 4, 4 threes are 12, plus 3 times of minus 1, minus 3, 3 by 9, that is 1 by 3. So equation of line may be of the form x minus 3y is equals to, substitute the point minus 1 comma 2. So substitute the point minus 1 comma 2, minus 2 minus 6, that is x minus 3y plus 7 is equal to 0. X minus 3y plus 7 equal to 0 is the line equation. After getting this line, your job is over, 90%. So you take this point as point circle and consider as this as L is equal to 0. Can you write the equation of circle in the form of S plus lambda L equal to 0 or not? So you write the point circle. What is the point circle? X plus 1 whole square plus y minus 2 whole square is equals to 0. That means x square plus y square plus 2x minus 4y, 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus lambda times of x minus 3y plus 7 is equal to 0. This is of the form S plus lambda L equal to 0. This is my circle. This is passing through what? 1 comma 2. My circle passing through 1 comma 2. You just substitute the point 1 comma 2 there. You obtain the lambda. Keep lambda in that equation. We obtain the required equation of circle. So it is also takes some time. But you have to get this concept. Two curves touch at point. Their slopes are equal at that point. With the help of that concept, you find the slope of tangent at this point to the both curves. After getting the tangent equation, you make up S plus lambda L equal to 0. We obtain the required answer. Understand? See, this is the question related to the probability and the concept is related to Bayes theorem. Okay. Box 1 contains 30 cards marked from 1 to 30. This is the box 1, contains the numbers from 1 to 30. And box 2 contains, this is B1 box 2 contains the numbers from 31 to 50. We mean it consists of 30 numbers which consists of 20 numbers. B2. A box is selected and a card is drawn from it. If number on card is non-prime number, then what is the probability that it is came from box 1? That it is came from what? Box 1. So, two boxes are there. One box is selected at random and a card is drawn from it. He observed that it is a non-prime. The card is non-prime. You have to find out the probability that it is came from box 1. He observed that it is a non-prime and we have to obtain it is from box 1. This is your required probability. This is nothing but probability of B1 intersection non-prime by probability of NP. That means what? It is nothing but probability of B1 into probability of NP by B1. After getting box 1, we have to select a non-prime number. Whole divided by probability of B1. To get non-prime, it is from either box 1 or box 2. Probability of B1 into probability of NP by B1 plus probability of B2 into probability of NP by B2. Probability of B1. So selection of box 1 is what? 1 by 2. There are two boxes. One box is selected in 1 by 2. 1 by 2 times of probability of NP by B1. We select the B1, the number on the card should be non-prime. So from 1 to 30, the prime numbers are 10. You can count. Number of non-prime numbers are 20 here. So 1 by 2 into 20 by 30 itself, whole divided by 1 by 2 into 20 by 30 plus Probability of B2, same. The second box is also obtained by 1 by 2. Probability of NP by 2. Here the number of prime numbers are 5 from 31 to 50. Non-prime numbers are 15. 15 by 30. So cancel out 2 times. This is 2 by 3. This is also 2 by 3. 1 by 2 cancel out from numerator and denominator itself. So what we have? 2 by 3 whole divided by 2 by 3 plus 1 by 2. One by 2. 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 by 4 plus 3 whole divided by 6. Now it cancel out 3 times. So the answer is what? 6 by 7. There will be calculation mistake maybe. 1 by 2 times of 2 by 3 plus 1 by 2 times of 20 by 30 plus 1 by 2 times of 15 by the number of non-prime numbers are 15. 15 by 30, we mean 1 by 2. This is 1 by 2. This is 2 by 3. 1 by 2 is cancelled out. This is only 2 by 3. 2 by 3 by, this is 2 by 3 plus 1 by 2. Okay. So 2 by 3 by 4 plus 3, 7. So 6 by 7 we are obtaining here. Just we see once again. 1 to 30 numbers are there. Probability of getting box 1 is what? 1 by 2 plus the number of prime numbers are 10 here. The non-prime numbers are 20. 20 by 30. Here 20 only. Here you have to write 20 itself only. 20 itself. Because the total number of digits here is only 20. That is why I have to write 20 itself. 5 3s, 5 4s. 3 by 4. This is 3 by 4. Not here. 2 by 3 by 2 by 3 plus what you have to write? 3 by 4. So 2 by 3 by, this is 12, 3 4s, 4 2s are 8, plus 4 3s, 3 3s are 9. 3 4s, that is 4 2s are 8 by 17. 8 by 17, okay. This is your answer, 8 by 17. So in your calculations also you have to be careful. So I have also done the mistake here. So keep very concentration on your mind. So the number of terms is here, the number of digits are here only 20. Instead of 20 I write 30 here, the calculation is gone. So you have to maintain your mind is always in concentration mode. Okay. So your answer is 8 by 17. Next, you have to evaluate integral 0 to 2 modulus of mod x minus 1 minus x dx. Understand? You know that mod x minus 1 is there. If you equate x minus 1 is equals to 0, x equal to 1. Now we break the definite integral from 0 to 1. Integral 0 to 1, I write the external modulus as itself, modulus of. In integral 0 to 1, what about mod x minus 1? 1 minus x, because negative, that becomes 1 minus x dx plus from 1 to 2, what about mod x minus 1? Itself x minus 1, because x minus 1 greater than or equal to 0. 1 to 2, x minus 1 minus x modulus dx. So xx gets cancelled, that is minus 1. Modulus of minus 1 we mean 1. The integration of 1 is x. Applying limits 1 to 2, we obtain 1. X limits from 1 to 2, that is 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Up to here this value is 1 plus. Now this is modulus of 1 minus 2x. This is from 0 to 1. Once if you find this value, add that one value. Again you have to break up to 1 by 2. Integral 0 to 1 by 2. What about 1 minus 2x? It is positive. You take it as 1 minus 2x dx plus 1 by 2 to 1, 2x minus 1 dx. Again you add plus 1. So the integration is what? X square by 2, 2 gets cancelled, x minus x square from 0 to 1 by 2 plus x square minus x from 1 by 2 to 1 plus 1. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 plus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus of 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 plus 1. 1 minus 1 gets cancelled, 0. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4, that is 1 by 4 plus this is 4. Am I correct or not? Minus 1 by 4 minus into minus plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1. 1 by 2 plus 1, that is 3 by 2. So your answer is 3 by 2. I am applying the definition of the modulus 2 times. Once if you do in this manner, you get the correct answer. Understand? Now, the next question is, it is also very interesting question. A plane passing through 2, 1, 2 and 1, 2, 1 and parallel to the line 2x is equals to 3y and z is equals to 1. The plane is also passing through the point what? So, some plane equation is given in your options, you may verify. But they are given that the plane is passing through which point? So, you have to compulsory find out the equation of the plane here. So, let us try to find the equation of plane now. The plane passing through these 2 points, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2 and these are my 2 points, and parallel to this line, the line is not given in directly, it is given in the line of intersection of 2 planes. Line of intersection of my 2 planes. What are they? 2x minus 3y equal to 0 and z minus 1 equal to 0. 2x minus 3y equal to 0 and z minus 1 is equal to 0. Can I write the direction ratios of the line of intersection or not? You can easily write the direction ratios of line of intersection by I, j, k. Write the coefficients 2, minus 3, 0. That is 0, 0, minus 1. Okay? X, Y, Z coefficients. So, I bar into 3 minus j bar times of minus 2. Okay? Plus k bar into 0. That is nothing but 3i bar plus 2j bar. 3i bar plus 2j bar. That means 3, 2, 0 are the direction ratios of line of intersection. So, 3, 2, 0. You know the 2 points on the plane and you know the direction ratios of the line which is parallel to the plane. Can I write the equation of plane or not? We can easily write the equation of the plane by the formula. What is your first point? 2, 1, 2, x minus 2, y minus 1, z minus 2. And direction ratios, right? 1 minus 2, that is what? Minus 1. And 2 minus 1, that is 1. 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. And write the direction ratios. 3, 2, 0 equal to 0. This is the required plane. You just expand this determinant to obtain the equation of plane and substitute which one satisfies your equation. That is your correct answer. So, no need to write any equation. You just find the direction ratios of line of intersection, then your job is over. Once if they give the direct line equation in Cartesian form, it is easy to write this equation. So, just they are given one twisting here. The twisting is here. You have to find out the direction ratios of the line of intersection. After getting the equation itself, you can substitute the point which satisfies this equation. Understand? A is equals to the set of all x belongs to n such that 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 17. B is equal to ax plus b such that x belongs to a greater than 0. The variance of the set B is 216 and the mean is 17. Then you have to find out the value of a plus b. We have to find out the value of a plus b. This is also very interesting question. This is related to statistics. We mean measures of dispersion. There are 2 sets, A and B are given to you. Variance of set B, we have to find out. So, what is the relation between A and B? This is the set consists of 1 to 17 numbers. 1, 2, 3 and so on up to 17. First 17 natural numbers. And the relation between this and this is obtained by y is equal to ax plus b. This is ax plus b. Variance of b is nothing but a square times of variance of a. Am I correct or not? This is the coefficient. Coefficient of x whole square times of variance of a. Variance of b is given to you, that is 216 is equal to a square times of variance of a. Of the first sum of n natural numbers, that is nothing but n square minus 1 by 12. So 17 square minus 1 by 12 itself. 216 is equal to a square into 16 into 18 by 12. 4 3s, 4 4s, 3, 6, 4 6 are 24. A square times of 4 into 6 is equal to 216. So a square is equal to 9. The value of modulus of a is equals to 3. So modulus of a is equals to 3. So the variance is always positive, standard deviation is always positive, no need to take modulus. Therefore, the value of a is equals to 3 itself. So a is 3. And we have to find out the value of b also. For that, is given to you. Mean of ax plus b is what? 17. 17 is equal to mean of ax plus b is nothing but ax bar plus b. Simply you can write. You can take bar on both sides, no problem. 17 times of, what is a value? 3. What is x bar? X bar is nothing but sum of the first 17 terms by 17. Sum of 17 numbers means 17 into 18 by 2 times of 17 plus b. 17 gets cancelled 9 times. That is 17 is equals to 27 plus b. So the value of b is equal to minus 10. So a is equals to 3. A is greater than 0 given to you. That is why I am taking positive. Okay. The variance is always positive, standard deviation is also positive, even though there is no guarantee that a is positive or negative. Given that a is greater than 0, that is why I am taking a is equal to 3. So a plus b is equal to 3 plus minus 10. That is nothing but what? Minus 7. This is the value minus 7. In this manner, we can find the value of a plus b. So once if you know the formula n square minus 1 by 12 and this is the 17 is equal to ax bar plus b. Once if you know those two logics, it is very easy to crack this one. Otherwise, you have to find the variance and equate that one to 216. That gives lengthy process. This question, if the letters of the word mother is there, you have to find out the rank of the mother. All of you, well-known formula, well-known thing, how to find the rank of some word. Just we will give the shortcut method. Mother, this is the mother. M-O-T-H-E-R, mother. I will write in the alphabetical order E-H-M-O-R-T. Just write the alphabetical order. How many letters are there? 6 letters. So you start with 5 factorial, some bracket into 5 factorial, plus some bracket into 4 factorial, plus something into 3 factorial, plus something into 2 factorial, plus something into 1 factorial, plus finally you write 1. How to get the